Hey there, and welcome to the Do Life Big podcast. This podcast is going to be your jam if you want to live to your full potential and don't believe in half-assing anything in your life. If we want to do life big, that means we've got to get out of our own way because we only have this one shot to make it awesome. I'm your host, Kathy, and I'm a mom of three whose BFF is cold brew, a retired school teacher turned online entrepreneur, and an author. I'm loud, bold, and will always keep it real. I'm determined to live my best freaking life possible, and I'm here to help you do the same. I'll be packing this podcast with tips, motivation, inspiration, and strategies to finally get you where you want to go. And we will have a ton of laughter along the way because, let's be honest, we can't ever take ourselves too seriously, right? I'm so excited you are here with me today. Now let's get this party started. Hey, my friend, and welcome back to another episode of Do Life Big. I am so excited to have you here today. Listen, if you are an online entrepreneur who has started that business and you've been in business for at least 6 months, then today's episode is going to be for you, especially if you're an online entrepreneur who's been doing this for 6 months and you're not seeing the income growth and you can't seem to figure out why. You're someone who deep down that you're made for more. You can just feel it in your bones that you have so much potential and you're made for so much more. And you believe in a much brighter future for you and for your family. But there's a little piece of you that wonders if it's really possible for you. And others inspire you, but it also kind of looks like, damn, that's so much work. Can I really do it? And at this point in time, you're probably also someone who's doing this as a side gig, right? You're very part-time as an online entrepreneur. And you're taking the action, though, in your business. But a lot of times you're getting distracted easily and you're just trying all different things. Like you're bopping from one thing to the next to see what's going to actually work, what's going to stick, what's going to get you the result, the income growth that you're looking for. But you're also doing a lot of things right. First of all, number one, you did take that step to start your own business and you are so damn proud of yourself. You actually freaking did it. And you're doing the basics of your business. And maybe you're doing things like setting up the websites and you're making some sales and you're showing up for trainings and you're showing up for calls and you're expanding your knowledge and learning as much as you can about your business. And you're trying things and you're making mistakes and you're doing the whole learning as you go, like they say that you should. And you're bringing in a little bit of income and you're a real entrepreneur at this point. Like you are psyched that you are finally down this path, as you should be. You should be psyched. This is amazing. Here's the thing. Because of the lack of income growth that you're having in your business, now you're starting to think, can I really do this? Can I really do this? Especially if you're someone who's had a setback. You know that success is possible, but now you're starting to think, is success really possible for me? And you're excited, but you're also kind of nervous. And now you feel like that feeling that you get right as you're about to go on a roller coaster where you want to get on, but you also kind of feel like you're going to throw up and you're overwhelmed with all the details. And you're even possibly thinking, I've failed before. So what if I just fail again? Or you could be someone who's also thinking, others have something that I don't have. Maybe you're looking at other people who are having success in your industry and you're like, hey, you know what? Well, they've been doing this for a lot longer, or they have more skills in this. They have a lot more time. They don't even have children. I have 3 kids. They just know more about this. They were born to do this. They're a natural. They have a much bigger social media following. Just a few examples there. Or you're looking at others and you're thinking, oh man, they're so much further ahead than I am. And you're starting to compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 5. But you're also someone who so deeply wants that consistent income. You want it so bad. You want this to be the path to going full time. You purposely got into this thinking this was going to be a great gig to start on the side, but I would love to be able to turn this into my full-time income as time goes on. And now you've decided that you clearly need, after all of this and all of that you've been doing, and the income growth is just not there, it's not improving, you're totally plateaued, you've decided that clearly the problem is that you need to be doing more personal development. I need to do more personal development and I got to learn more about the business or whatever business that you're in. And if I learn more about the business and if I spend more time doing the personal development, learning the things that I need to learn, then I will finally be able to see the income growth that I want. But the only problem is you've made this change now. You've committed to consistently doing the personal development and your income still isn't changing. And that's because doing personal development is not the answer to your lack of income growth or to the plateau that you're in right now. Learning more isn't the solution to your problem. I know that you think that it might be, but it is not. So, two things here. Learning alone more information, learning more and doing more personal development alone in itself with no action will never produce income, or at least not the income growth that you're looking for. So maybe you are that person, that entrepreneur who's diving into tons more PD, but you're also not taking that action. However, that person might not be you. You might be able to relate to this entrepreneur, the entrepreneur who is taking all the action. You are freaking showing up. You are doing the work for your business. You're doing all the things and you're so proud of yourself. You're working on your business. And on top of it, you're listening to personal development consistently and still no change in your income. How is this possible? Listen, I bet that you can think of someone who's a hard worker, someone who is taking all the action and doing the personal development, but not seeing the income growth that they want. Maybe this person is you. I know from personal experience and from working with hundreds of online entrepreneurs that doing personal development alone and taking action will not always get you the results that you want. Yes, don't get me wrong. Personal development is super important. It definitely needs to be something that you are prioritizing. Yes, it will help you grow your income as long as you're taking action. But what's even more important is that none of that will make a difference if you have a limiting belief that's playing on repeat in your mind. If you have the slightest bit, any kind of underlying issue with your mindset and belief in yourself, or any kind of bit of doubt in what you're capable of achieving, no amount of personal development or action will work. It just won't. Trust me, I have been there, done that. I was there for 2.5 years in my business. About 7 years ago, that was where I was for 2.5 years, a true hustler, the hardest worker in the room, the consistency queen, the PD consumer every day, doing all the things to grow my business and still plateaued at an income. Why? Because on repeat in my subconscious, I had the, am I really capable of the success that I desire? On repeat. That was the underlying thought that backed every single thing that I was doing. That was the underlying thought in my subconscious, which I didn't know was there for 2.5 years. That's why I was stuck for 2.5 years. But that was the underlying limiting belief, the underlying negative thought that I had in my subconscious that was backed behind all the PD I was doing and all the action that I was taking in my business. And that's why I was not able to get past this income plateau and grow my income. I wasn't subconsciously thinking like a successful, high-achieving entrepreneur. I was letting past failures define me and what I was capable of going forward. Now, I don't want you to be stuck for 2.5 years like I was, but I had to reprogram the way that I was thinking. I had to learn how to dig up that negative thought and uncover what it was that was on repeat in my subconscious first. I had to become aware to it. And then I had to learn how to replace it with a more empowering belief. Now, you can start to do this right now if you just go snag my free guide. I specifically put this together when I was thinking of you. It is a completely free guide. It lists 19 of the most common limiting beliefs that online entrepreneurs have in their subconscious and what to think instead, what to replace that limiting belief with instead, which we need more empowering beliefs in our mind. Just go to kathyreuter.com/thinkthisnotthat, print it out. You can get to work on that right now. But I had to change the way that I was thinking, and I had to start thinking like a successful entrepreneur would. And it was a long, freaking messy process for me. And honestly, after going through that, that is what prompted me to create my Mindset Accelerator program. Because in that program, I teach you exactly how to identify what your most common limiting belief is that's on repeat, that's keeping you exactly where you are and preventing you from reaching the 6-figure level and beyond. My program is not open currently right now. I only open it a couple times a year, but you can go ahead. You can put your name on the wait list. If you think this might be something that could help you out, you can just go to themindsetaccelerator.com. You can put your name on the wait list. You will be notified as soon as we're about ready to open the doors for enrollment. I will make sure to have that in the show notes so that you can pick it up there too as well. But most of the time, we are sabotaging our own success with the subconscious thoughts that we have on repeat. And most times we don't even know they are there. It's tricky because here's the thing. You can't see limiting beliefs, but they're there. And that's why you can't PD your way out of a rut. You can't just PD your way through an income plateau. Otherwise, it would have worked for you by now. And it would have worked for me in the past as well. And it would have worked for all my past clients that I've helped through all the years. Been there, done that. We've all been there, done that. So think about it. Are you the entrepreneur with big dreams, doing all the PD, but not really taking the consistent action in your business? Well, if this is you, then it could be a very simple fix of just making sure that you are actually doing the income producing actions in your business every single day. So if that's you and you can identify with that entrepreneur, then you just got to make sure that you know what those top 3 things are every day that you specifically need to be doing that are going to grow the income in your business. And then you need to commit and be disciplined, and you need to take that action every single day. But if that's not you, and you're the entrepreneur who's doing all the PD like I was, and you're taking all the action and still nothing, then you need to reprogram the way that you're thinking first. So that when you do that, doing all that PD and taking action is going to give you the income growth that you want. That's when the PD and the action in your business is going to start to work for you. Now, if you don't start working on this right now and you don't fix this and you just let this episode come and go and you don't take action and you don't apply what you're learning right now and you don't fix this, then your business is just going to fizzle out. You might be someone who is going to let the perfectionism stop you from taking the action that you know you need to take. And long term for you, you're not going to be living your dream that you want. You're not going to be taking the steps to move you closer to where you want to go. And that's just going to lead to you looking back with a lot of regret and a lot of guilt. You're going to lose self-confidence and you're going to start to lose belief in yourself. And not having that income growth that you're looking for and just playing small is lead you to become really frustrated. And I don't want that from you. So what can you do right now going forward? So number 1, understand the most important parts of the business that actually drive your income. Like I said, if you are that entrepreneur doing the PD, but you're not honestly taking the consistent action in your business every day to grow that income, you're just kind of hoping that the PD is going to fix it, then that's where you need to start. Understand the most important parts of the business that will drive your income and grow it. Build consistency into your day-to-day and keep things simple. A lot of times we have these thoughts in our mind, these limiting beliefs in our mind, and they've been there our whole entire life. But it's something that you can change. You can change the way that you think. And a lot of people think you can't. They think, hey, I am who I am. This is how I think. This is just how I am. But that is not true. You can change the way that you think. Everything stems from the thoughts that you think in your mind, especially at the subconscious level. And so if you can be the entrepreneur now who is, doing the PD and taking the action, but not only that, but now you are actively working to become aware of every time that limiting belief, that little voice of self-doubt, that little bitch voice, I like to call it, pops into your brain saying, are you really capable of this? Is success really possible for you? If you can start to really become aware of every time that you feel and hear that thought pop up and catch it on the spot and then replace it with a more empowering belief, which you can get right from that kathyreuter.com/thinkthisnotthat guide, you are going to start to see some major changes in your business. If you're the entrepreneur who's going to work on this consistently and truly believes that they can change the way that they think. Change the way that you think, and you can change your entire life. So I hope today's episode helped you out. You know I love you. I think you're awesome. Keep crushing life, and I will see you the next time. Bye. Thanks so much for listening in. I really appreciate you choosing to spend your time here with me today. You totally rock. Hey, listen, if you love today's episode, go ahead and tag me on social and go share this with a friend right now. Do it immediately before the day gets ahead of you and you totally forget. Couldn't be more pumped to be on this journey with you guys. Go make today awesome, and I will see you the next time.